Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How are we? Quickly, real quick, out of the gate, make sure that over the holidays at some point, you guys check out the new RFK documentary on Angel Studios, angelstudios.com. Is it angelstudios.com/chicks? I think that's what it is.
It is angel.com.
Angel.com/chicks. So do that. You can get 38% off your Angel Guild membership. Do it. Do that. Also, Brian Bromley put in the comments, if you haven't subscribed to this podcast, he wants to know, why are you gay? That's a great question.
He's got a point.
It's a great question. It's a great point. And then quickly, I know we have got to get to so many things, but I have a point of personal privilege. We did a Q&A show last week. I have to make an apology because one of the questions was about our husbands. I answered correctly what my husband used to do before he retired, but I also gave an incorrect name of a drug that he worked on and that he helped bring to market. I said Wegovy instead of Mounjaro because apparently I have a block with those two drugs like you do with Caitlin Collins and Caitlin Clark. So anywho, Lily people weren't happy about that. Apparently they get really upset about this. God. They emailed him. They're like, your wife is an idiot, which, he worked on Mounjaro. That's a Lily drug. Wegovy is the Novo one. So it's hard for me to keep track of all the fat drugs, you guys. I'm sorry. It's been
How dare you?
I know, right? I'm a terrible wife. Terrible. So I just wanted to apologize. Nobody gives a crap, but I just wanted to apologize for that to all the Lily people who were mad at me.
Wow. All four of you, maybe on a good day.
I know, right? Calm down.
Calm down. You need to calm down.
Right. Anywho.
We had a very
How was your weekend?
It was amazing. We had a very successful Slummit here in South Carolina with our entire team. And then Daisy and I had the most perfect Friday of all time.
We did so much on Friday, you guys. We got a lot done.
We did nothing.
We got a lot done on the couches, on her porch, discussing politics.
It was fantastic. To spend all that time doing absolutely nothing was glorious. But it was very productive. And, we appreciate our audience.
Yes, we do.
Missing us on that Friday. But we're back and we're ready to bring you all the news. And we tried very, very hard once we got back to our respective homes to catch up on all of the things that we missed during Slummit and during our Lazy Friday. And I know one of the big stories was the Jeff Epstein story. And so to give us just a quick overview, because it sounds like the Democrats released some emails that they thought were going to be like super incriminating about Donald Trump, but really it just kind of showed that Epstein didn't even like Trump. So I don't know that it was particularly effective for Democrats, but here is just a rundown, a summary, if you will, of how that messaging kind of went wrong.
Of news, particularly on the Jeffrey Epstein front. Yep. Congress has released a whole bunch more of emails. The Democrats tried to make hay, but it hasn't stuck to Donald Trump. You know where it's sticking? To Democrats. And today the story really significantly boomeranged around. Why is that? First, Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer accused Democrat Jamie Raskin of working with prison officials to leak confidential communications from his client. Those prison officials apparently have been disciplined, but that is only the beginning of it. Just a few moments ago, Attorney General Pam Bondi announced that she is naming the acting U.S. attorney in New York City, Jay Clayton, to investigate Democrats' relationships with Jeffrey Epstein and whether any of them rose to the level of criminality. Why? Because so many of the emails today didn't involve Donald Trump or Republicans. That's right. It involved all those Democrats. And this time around, the idea that Democrats would project on Republicans ain't going to cut it. This Justice Department is going to go full bore into that. That is a big, big decision in the weaponization era. And it's another of many signs that I think Pam Bondi is moving towards approving the notion that there was a grand conspiracy against Donald Trump and his followers and conservatives, and it needs to be treated as such, just like the mob was involved in a grand conspiracy or drug cartels were involved in a grand conspiracy. It looks like the Justice Department is moving closer and closer to that.
So Epstein was a Democrat.
Well, I mean, there is that. And then I loved Mike Davis saying, "Dear Democrats, you want Epstein? You get Epstein." So maybe don't poke a bear that you don't know is the right bear to be poking, you know?
Yeah, this is not a good bear. But
not a good bear. Not a good bear for
with
them.
that. I mean, this is wow. They're like, release the files. Listen, if this would have helped them in any way, they would have released all the files and done all these things a long time ago.
Yep.
Morons.
And back when Epstein was still alive, you may remember that they were doing this big interrogation in one of these congressional committees of Michael Cohen related to Epstein and whether or not Trump was involved. And now the WAPO released news that newly released documents from Jeffrey Epstein's estate show that he was texting a member of Congress during a congressional hearing investigating Trump, and those texts may have influenced the lawmakers' questions. Now, if you're wondering who that is, it's that Plaskett lady from like the Virgin Islands. And so Robby Starbuck had tweeted, Jeffrey Epstein coached Democrats in their attempt to impeach Trump. This rep in particular, Plaskett, makes it even more damning for the Democrats because she's the Virgin Islands rep in Congress, meaning she should have known all about Epstein's Island.
Yeah, and she probably did. Yeah. And and it's so interesting because we haven't really heard much about her until right now. So again,
she's had some tantrums that have been of note, but it's been a while.
Yeah, she is unhinged, this lady. She like threw things at Mike Johnson. She's a complete loon, this one. But I mean, it's not like the media has been doing its job and looking into this.
Ridiculous.
So I mean, this is all Democrats have screwed this up completely. And now they're like, we want more. This is all Trump. And now it's like, oh, want.
This makes us look bad. We didn't mean to do that. Whoops.
Yeah, it's like she's been texting back and forth with like a sex offender and a pedo. Okay. This tracks. It totally tracks.
James Comer also said that records show that when Michael Wolff, the New York Times, and the House Oversight Democrats tried to take down President Trump the first time, they all worked with, Jeffrey Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
It doesn't surprise me. I'm not surprised by this at all. Like I said, if they wanted to take him down, they would have already done it.
Yep.
It would have already happened.
And our BFF Jennings discussed this with fellow panelists on Abby's show. Here is his take.
His connection to Epstein, as shown in those emails, according to Epstein, is unsavory, and it's not good. Is
that new information that he knew Jeffrey Epstein? Is it new information that Trump excommunicated him from Mar-a-Lago? Is it the only new information that we got this week off those emails was that somebody from the New York Times was advising Jeffrey Epstein, and we learned tonight from the Washington Post that Jeffrey Epstein was programming Democratic members of Congress. We didn't learn anything we didn't already know about Donald Trump, which was Jeffrey Epstein hated Donald Trump, and now Democrats are aligning themselves with Jeffrey Epstein because Orange Man bad.
Did you read those 3 emails? They are really bad looking. They are optics are terrible.
Not.
Oh my God. Okay.
They are really bad looking, Scott. They're bad looking. If you're a Democrat, especially a Democrat woman, and you go on that show with him, why?
Yeah, you're screwed.
Why are you doing that? You don't stand a chance against him. God bless you.
I hope you've got your good glasses on today.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
Well, because everyone is like, Trump's trying to hide something. He's, trying to protect pedophiles, whatever the narrative is. He wants all the information out. Here he is saying exactly that.
Oh my God, Mock. As I said on Friday night aboard Air Force One to the fake news media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide. And it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax perpetuated by radical left lunatics in order to deflect from the great success of the Republican Party, including our recent victory on the Democrats' shutdown. The Department of Justice has already turned over tens of thousands of pages to the public on Epstein. I like how he puts that in quotes.
I know. Randomly.
like it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Are looking at various Democrat operatives, Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, Larry Summers, et cetera, and their relationship to Epstein, and the House Oversight Committee can have whatever they are legally entitled to. I don't care. All I do care about is that Republicans get back on point, which is the economy, affordability, where we are winning big. Our victory on reducing inflation from the highest level in history to practically nothing, bringing down prices for the American people, delivering historic tax cuts, gaining trillions of dollars of investment into America, a record, the rebuilding of our military, securing our border, deporting criminal illegal aliens, ending men and women's sports, stopping transgender for everyone, and so much more. Nobody cared about Jeffrey Epstein when he was alive. And if the Democrats had anything, they would have released it before our landslide election victory. Yes! Some members, also in quotation marks, of the Republican Party are being used, and we can't let that happen. Let's start talking about the Republican Party's record-setting achievements and not fall into the Epstein trap, which is actually a curse on the Democrats, not us. Make America great again. That's right.
It's so perfect.
That's right.
So perfect. I love it.
I know.
I also love OneSkin and their amazing skincare, especially the fact, you guys, did you know that when you order OneSkin's face cream, that when you get on a program and you reorder it, they do this. They do the handy little refill thing instead of like wasting a bunch of plastic. They do the little insert.
So good to the environment. Yes.
I love that.
And I like OneSkin because it replaces multiple steps in your routine. I'm over that. I'm overdoing like 8 things at night. And so
true.
I'm just over it, you guys. Okay. So they have simplified my life. It's super effective, and all their stuff is great for sensitive skin, which I have. They have clinical studies to back its effectiveness. There's no irritating ingredients. And it was awarded, OneSkin was awarded the National Eczema Association Seal of Acceptance. It was by the NEA. So it's powerful results without any side effects. And it's like minimalistic. I just like that. Okay. And at the core of it, they have a patented OS1 peptide. That is the ingredient that was, developed by all these scientists who understand all this stuff.
Women scientists.
All women. Right. And they have body stuff, face stuff, eye stuff, all great stuff. And they just launched their limited edition holiday set. So they have the nightly rewind gift set, which is perfect if you have someone on your list that is just like, I don't know what to do for skincare. And it's really wonderful. It has their face moisturizer, their lip mask, and then one of those gua sha tools. It's like all the rage, right? It makes you feel like you're all spa-like. But again, it's like it's all simple, which I really like. You can try them for 15% off. Use code CHICKS at oneskin.co/chicks. It's oneskin.co/chicks. Code CHICKS. Do it.
Do it. All right. We need to get into this big fat fight that is currently happening between Donald Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I'm here for
the reason for my name today. So am I.
I'm here for this fight.
Testy.
I love it.
Oh, it's getting testy. Mm-hmm. So, what is this?
Of news.
That I just played that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. You played it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start with just a little bit of a transformation, if you will, of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Somebody put together a montage of her talking about Sharia law specifically back in 2017, all the way until literally this month. And it's just interesting how much she has changed, even on just that one issue. I mean, not to mention, how she's just completely going anti-Trump. But on this issue, it's super, super interesting to see her transformation. So here you're going to see 2017 again through like basically today. Check this out.
There is an Islamic invasion into our government offices right now.
Enough of it. President Joe Biden is being pushed around by the jihad squad. So members of Congress are supporting terrorists, Hamas terrorists that are bombing Israel.
I'm an American woman, and I have all the freedoms in the world to never have to bow to a religion that would force me to cover my body up and only see my eyes and my fingertips. And that is a major threat for all American women. And I think that's something that hits hard for all women. Anyone that is a Muslim that believes in Sharia law does not belong in our government. A Muslim takeover or possibly Sharia law, that is a great threat to every single American woman. And I'll maintain my right to say that I think Sharia law and women being forced to wear burqas is the greatest threat to our freedoms as American women. I am 100% opposed to Sharia law in America. 100% unapologetically opposed to Sharia law in America.
I got to speak with Marjorie Taylor Greene tonight, and I asked her one of the things I was worried about, which is all this Sharia law Muslim concern I see on X.
Oh, no, my constituents talk about the same problems that plague you and everyone on this call. I've never been to a town hall. I've never been asked about Sharia law at a town hall. I just haven't. I will tell you, I do think there's a paid social media influencer campaign going on X. I think it's a lot mostly on X, and I think it is paid, and it's probably coming from Israel or APAC donors.
That's so interesting. So interesting, the turnaround. Yeah, she's a liar. She's a total liar. And now that Trump is criticizing her, is he getting $7,000 too?
It is a paid social media influencer account.
He must be getting paid because he's criticizing. I mean, she is such a freaking liar. She lost me. Listen, with all that, you can just see that. But she lost me completely when she went on The View and said that. Yeah. She's lying. I mean, we're not getting paid. She's lying, you guys.
And the way that she's even trying to change her entire personality from being like fighter to the point where I was like, she's freaking obnoxious. I never liked her because to me, she was the Jasmine Crockett of our side. Right. But now she's trying to go for this whole, I'm the softer, kinder person now. And that's why I want to talk to everybody, including The View. Right. It's such a like a complete 180 that it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So here she is not long ago on Tucker. And again, this is where she started making that shift and becoming super, super anti-Israel, and claiming that that everything that we know about Israel and its history is all propaganda that we've been lied to about in our schools, in our churches, etc. Here's what she told Tucker.
The whole propaganda machine that has been spoon-fed to Christians, whether it's in the pews at church or Bible study or coming through the television or through their politicians' mouths, that we have to do everything for Israel. That's the only way we're going to go to heaven. America will be cursed if we don't. That whole lie is breaking apart. And thank God it is, because I, as a Christian, you as a Christian, we know there's only one way, and it's through Jesus Christ. He is our Savior. He died on a cross for us. He rose from the dead in 3 days. He is the one and only living Son of God, and he is seated at the right hand of the Father. And he's going to come again one day to judge the living and the dead. And that is the way you go to heaven. And that is the truth. And that is the light. And that is the only way that we should think and believe. And it doesn't come to bowing down to Israel, the government of Israel, or the military of Israel, or any politician. And the shaming that we have received and the shaming that carries on is actually what is destroying them, completely destroying them. It's destroying not only them, it's destroying the social media influencers that are taking money, that it is destroying everyone that gets sucked into this great deception. And that's what it is, Tucker. It is a great deception, but thank God people are waking up to it.
Yeah, I know the Israel's foreign ministry has paid a lot of people to slander me as a bigot.
Oh my God, what a change, you know?
Right, but both of them, it's such a tremendous change. Yeah, I'd like to know. I'd like to know who's paying her.
I mean, it's too. What's the word? It's like too severe of a change. It's too much of a turnaround.
Well, for both of them. One of those clips was from June of 2025.
Right.
It's November, you guys.
It's just, it seems so coordinated, which is so funny because that's what we always get accused of, right? We've never changed our whole belief system about Israel, about supporting Israel. It's been since the beginning of time. Right. They're the ones that are changed. So you tell me what is all of a sudden a coordinated campaign? Because it's not us just continuing to say the same things that we always have.
In 18 years, almost 18 years we've been doing this. And it's been steadfast. We've not changed. It's like, so people can come at us. They can come at us and say $7,000, $7,000. Okay. But
nobody needs to pay us to say these things that we've been saying our entire lives
since 2009 and before. Exactly. So it's weird. It's just so weird.
And the way that she is being such a contrarian about Trump's policies and pretending as though somehow that she's now like this America first, America only, really, who cares, about the plight of the common person, and completely ignores the fact that his policies are for the common person. He cares about affordability. You just read a tweet about that. And then she went on this tirade recently about the economy and how the way that she talks about it is suggesting that somehow Trump is to blame, where everything he is doing is to fix the problems that Joe Biden created. But she's not talking about Joe Biden. She's talking about right now.
Here's my issue, Steve. We have all-time highs of homeless people on our streets. The drug crisis in America is at all-time highs. The mental health crisis in America is at all-time highs. My kids' generation, the 20-year-olds, they can't afford rent. They can't buy a house. They can't afford insurance. They can't afford bills, and they are losing hope for the future in America.
Well, maybe she should give her kids some of the money she's made off of insider trading. That would be helpful.
Now she has made that all from her family construction business.
That's right. I'm sorry. That's right. She could help him out maybe a little bit. She's worth a lot of money now that she's been I know she's made a lot of money now that she's been in office for several years, right? She's worth a lot more than she was several years ago when she wasn't in office. Let's just put it that way. She could help her kids out.
It does seem to be odd timing. I will say that.
Help her kids out, right?
So Trump has gotten sick of her shit. That's the easiest way to put it. And he released not just one, but several tweets about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here is the first where he really tears into her. Go ahead and read that.
Oh my God. Mark hates me this morning. All right. I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman in quotation marks.
In quotes, right.
Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia. Over the past few weeks, despite my creating record achievements of our country, including a total and complete victory on the shutdown, closed borders, low taxes, no men and women's sports of transgender for everyone, ending DEI, stopping Biden's record-setting inflation, biggest regulation cuts in history, stopping 8 wars, rebuilding our military, being respected by every country in the world as opposed to being the laughingstock that we were just 12 months ago, having trillions of dollars, record-setting, invested in the USA, and having created the hottest country anywhere in the world for being a dead country just 12 months ago, and so much more. All I see wacky Marjorie do is complain. It seemed to all begin when I sent her a poll stating that she should not run for senator or governor. She was at 12%. Oh, damn. Oh. And didn't have a chance unless, of course, she had my endorsement, which she wasn't about to get. She has told many people that she is upset that I don't return her phone calls anymore. But with 219 congressmen, women, 53 U.S. senators, 24 cabinet members, almost 200 countries, and an otherwise normal life to lead, I can't take a ranting lunatic's call every day. I understand that wonderful conservative people are thinking about primarying Marjorie in her district of Georgia, that they too are fed up with her and her antics. And if the right person runs, they will have my complete and unyielding support. She has gone far left, even doing The View with their low IQ Republican hating anchors. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. I love that tweet so much.
And it just keeps going. Look at this one. Marjorie Traitor Greene is a disgrace to our great Republican Party. So she's got herself a new nickname, Marjorie Traitor Greene.
Get a nickname. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Oh, it's so on. And then he tweeted, lightweight Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Brown, green grass turns brown when it begins to rot.
Oh, damn.
Betrayed the entire Republican Party when she turned left, performed poorly on the pathetic View, and became the rhino that we all know she always was. Just another fake politician, no different than Rand Paul Jr., Thomas Massey, who got caught being a full-fledged Republican in name only. Rhino, make America great again.
I hate to say it, but AOC may have been right about this. Because I hate to say that, but she basically came out and said She wasn't being supported in a run. And so she's basically going rogue. She's pissed off. She's like, okay, I'm not like a golden girl anymore in his eyes. So
yeah,
I'm going to go crazy.
And she is. And there's more on this fight to come. But first, we need to remind you about the amazing Quince.com. Their clothes, you guys. Oh my God.
And listen, 'tis the season for sweaters. I'm talking cashmere. Women love getting cashmere sweaters. We love Quince. Because they're affordable, you guys. Affordable everything. Like for people on your Christmas list, for you, they have the most luxurious cashmere sweaters for $50, you guys.
And they have cashmere hoodies and like sweatpants.
Yes, they
Are
have.
You kidding?
They have cashmere like cardigans, cashmere hoodies. They have everything. I'm getting myself one of those cashmere hoodies for Christmas myself. I don't care. I'm not waiting on my family to get me anything. They have so much more clothing too. Everything. They have silk tops. They have skirts. They have dresses. Mock got like the cutest little linen dress.
I love it. I love it.
They have denim that is so cute. Honestly, I've gotten rid of most of my coats, but they have like an Italian wool coat that I want to get as like just a staple to have just in case, because sometimes we get ice storms here because the cuts are designer. The quality's awesome. You don't have to pay the high-end price for high-end look stuff, which is what they have. Because what they do is they skip the middleman and then they offer prices that are like 50% less than similar brands that look super expensive, which is what they have, but it's not expensive. They have everything, you guys. Okay. Treat yourself. Treat somebody you love.
Purses too. The bags are amazing.
They have housewares. They have stuff for your home too. Go to quince.com/chicksfree for free shipping off your order and 365-day returns. Okay. And it's available in Canada too, if you're one of our Canadian people, but they have everything. Quince.com/chicksfree to get free shipping. Okay. Go there. Do it. Best
it's so
place ever. Love it.
So nice. All right. So there's been a response. Marjorie's obviously mad that Trump is mad and that they're in this big fat fight. So she's playing victim. And she's turning it on hard, you guys. She is sounding like every bit a lefty playing the victim. So her tweet response is a two-parter. Let me get to the first. Oh, what?
Okay.
Actually, we do have, okay, that's right. We have Trump was asked a question about her on Air Force One because this fight was starting to brew and he'd released those tweets. So before we get to her tweet response, here is what he said about her in response to a reporter's question.
Taylor Greene is not anyway, she is a very different thinking than I have. Something happened to her over the last period of a month or two where she changed, I think, politically. I think that her constituents aren't going to be happy. Already, I have people calling me. They want to challenge her to a race in her district in Georgia. And, that's too bad. She's lost a wonderful conservative reputation. But when she says, don't go overseas, if I didn't go overseas, we might be in a war right now with China.
On nuclear testing.
So here is, go ahead and read this. It's a 2-pager. Here's how she responded.
Good morning. I want to thank everyone who texted and posted and commented support for me. You all are so kind and I appreciate love and support you too. I never thought that fighting to release the Epstein files, defending women who are victims of rape, and fighting to expose the web of rich, powerful elites would have caused this, but here we are. And it truly speaks for itself. There needs to be a new way forward. The toxic political industrial complex thrives on ripping us all apart, but never delivers anything good for the American people whom I love, except for us.
Right.
The PIC tells us to hate each other, fundraises off why we have to hate each other, and pits Americans against each other to the point of violence and nearing civil war. This is also wrong. We can have our own differences and differing opinions, but we can still love and respect one another. We have far more in common than we have apart.
This is not her. I'm sorry, but she's never behaved this way.
No. I believe in the American people more than I believe in any leader or political party, and the American people deserve so much better than how they have been treated by both sides of the aisle. The way forward is America first, America only, and that may be the most dangerous pursuit of all.
Oh my God, the drama.
I know. She's like, I'm a savior. Look at me.
Is she going to have Nick Fuentes as her VP?
Probably.
Are they going to be a ticket?
Probably. Yeah. She lied. So she's lost me. She lied.
Yeah.
So I'm
and
done.
You know it's bad, like when Jasmine Crockett is like, "Ooh, I'm in your corner." There was like a tweet from Jasmine Crockett. I think that we've got it after this video of her talking to CNN now, because now she's wanted on all the news channels. Everybody wants to talk to her because she's anti-Trump.
The leftist news channels love her. Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And now she's trying to play off like she's never been that crass, super blunt, aggressive Marjorie Taylor Greene that everybody knows very, very well. Now she's like this sweet, soft, kinder version of Marjorie Taylor. She's also trying to say that this whole fight is about the Epstein files. That's a bunch of bullshit.
It's not bullshit. Yeah,
it's
totally.
not about that.
Right.
So anyway, please enjoy this clip of her like sucking up to Dana.
Stood with President Trump when virtually no one else did. Campaigned all over the country, spent millions of my own dollars helping him get elected. And I think that's incredibly important. And I do support him and his administration. And I support them in delivering the campaign promises we made to the American people. His remarks, of course, have been hurtful. However, I have something in my heart that I think is incredibly important for our country.
Who is
And that
this?
is to end the toxic fighting in politics.
Really?
And this has been going on for years, and it has divided our country, split up friends and families, neighbors, and it's not solving our problems. The most hurtful thing he said, which is absolutely untrue, is he called me a traitor. And that is so extremely wrong. And those are the types of words used that can radicalize people against me and put my life in danger.
Oh my God. What do you think happened? What do you think is the reason for this?
Unfortunately, it has all come down to the Epstein files.
She gonna start crying?
It's just wrong. That's just not what it comes down to.
Right.
It's not.
And her demeanor is completely different.
Right.
Like she's the one that went toe to toe with Jasmine Crockett, like on the House floor,
Right.
And just her whole demeanor. She's like this meek, like inward, very like just calm, soft spoken.
She's all self-reflective. It's all bullshit.
It's like an act. I can't.
Of course it's an act. And that's why Jasmine is like, this almost feels like a moment where Marge should phone a friend. I'm here for you, girl. I told you not to trust him. All he cares about is himself and protecting pedos. He never loved you. My granny always said, be with the man that loves you more than you love him. Trust me, sis. You're better off without him. The girls are fighting.
Which is slang. That's slang for girls. We had to look that up. So wait, like 2 seconds ago, she was like bleached blonde, butch body.
Right.
And now they're BFFs because she's talking shit about Trump. What is even happening, y'all? What's even happening?
It's the wildest fight.
Who's paying these people? Honestly, I need to understand what's going on here. There's just like, what's happening?
So once again, our BFF Scott Jennings had some things to say about Marjorie Taylor Greene and this whole fight with Trump. Here he is on the panel.
She opposed the president on his Middle East policy, attacking the Houthi rebels, attacking Iran. She's opposed the president on deportations this summer. So she's sort of become a policy opponent of the president, but I think it really all started with that political engagement, and now she's one of his most frequent critics on some of what I would argue has been his biggest successes this year. And if you want to count yourself as an ally of the President of the United States, it's not great to go out and run out to The View and other places and crap on him 24 hours a day. I mean, that's essentially what she's become. It's a well-worn path. A lot of other Republicans who've turned on the president have done that too.
And it's ridiculous that she's trying to blame it on one issue being Epstein, where he's like, release everything. I don't care.
Well, that's an easy target for her. John said, can we trade her for Fetterman? I think that would be a great trade.
Yeah. And I think Democrats would probably be down with that trade.
Right.
Also.
Totally. At this point, let's do it. I think that would be great.
I mean, this is, I suspect it's going to continue. So just hang on.
You see, she's getting like free pizza sent to her. She's getting people are harassing her by sending her free pizza to her company or whatever. And she's complaining about that. Like there was a tweet this morning I saw from her where she was all upset because people are trolling her by sending her free pizza. And I'm like,
I'll take it. I'll take all the pizza.
Exactly. I'm like 75% of the country would be delighted to get free pizza. I mean, the president almost got his head blown off. And he never was like, oh my God, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. And she feels victimized by free pizza? Lady, sign me up.
That's like the dumbest troll ever. Like, why do people think that that's mean? I don't get it. I don't get it.
She created these circumstances and then she plays victims. I cannot stand people who are like that, where they're like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be a horrible human being. I'm going to create the circumstances that I need to lie in the bed that I created. And then I'm going to say that I'm a victim, and that's precisely.
I think you're right about AOC being right and saying this is really all about the fact that he was like, you suck too hard to make it as a senator or governor. So don't do it. And she's butthurt about that.
Right. And that goes back to the Trump is a businessman first and foremost. And he's like, yeah, you're not a good fit for this. She couldn't handle it. And now she's stamping her she's stamping her feet and she's got her fingers in her ears and blah, blah. She's pissed off. And this is a woman scorned. This is what we're seeing right now. She's just mad. And she has no business doing what she's doing if she's going to be acting like this.
And turning on this whole, I'm just such a kind and loving, I want to get along with everybody thing now. Please. You are the worst of the worst. And I guess if you have regret about that's sincere, that's one thing, but nothing about this whole thing seems sincere. Not anything about it seems sincere.
No, well, I mean, to Jasmine Crockett, it seems sincere.
Right. You're too good for him, sis. That's what Jasmine's doing.
2 peas in a pod, those two.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
You guys, if you're not protecting yourself online the same way that the pros do it, you are missing out. You are missing out. You need Webroot. Your whole family needs Webroot.
Especially right now, because cybercrime spikes this time of year, like especially around Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And so many people are victims of like phishing scams, like fake emails from, places that you shop during the holidays, or like shipping notifications. I get those all the time. Like,
do you get the ones from that say your parking ticket or whatever is overdue?
Yes.
Or your traffic constantly.
I get those all the time, like e-commerce sites and social media ads, like offering discounts, and then they want to steal your payment information. You need Webroot Total Protection. Like now is the time to do that, especially right before the holidays. They provide antivirus protection against like malware and ransomware. You can protect toddlers, students, seniors, all the dependents in your family. You can get $1 million worth of expense reimbursement for stolen funds, out-of-pocket costs, identity theft protection, all of that. VPN for 5 to 10 devices. It's just a really great thing to have. This is what all the professionals use, and you can protect yourself and your family from all the cybercrime. Do it this holiday season with 60% off Webroot, which is really great. Webroot.com/chicks. That's 60% off. Webroot.com/chicks. Do it.
And by the way, it is approved by, I know one of the questions for our Q&A on Friday was, what does Mock's husband do? He's in IT sales, and he has a big old stamp of approval on Webroot. That's what their company uses. That's what he recommends to everybody. So it's the real deal, you guys, the real deal. All right, we've got some general updates, news updates to talk about. One of which is this really cool thing that is as a result of the shutdown. We know that lots of people who are on SNAP temporarily lost their benefits, and it was then that we discovered that there are 42 million people on SNAP, which is utterly unacceptable. And so now that the government is back open, people who are on SNAP, because there's so much fraud, and probably dead people that are receiving benefits, everyone now is going to have to reapply.
Oh,
I like it.
Is that everyone who's on SNAP is going to have to reapply. Now, this happened, of course, when the government shut down and there was, the SNAP benefits were not getting out to the people.
For 42 million Americans.
For 42 million. Well, we thought Americans.
Inside the country.
People is probably the better. Yep. people. And so Brooke Rollins, we had her on and we had a great conversation with her where she said, hey, listen, this whole SNAP benefits conversation around the shutdown has sort of pulled the curtain back, and people are seeing how many people are on SNAP that aren't actually citizens, and they're going to have to reapply.
I love that.
Oh my God, I do too. It's about dang time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In a minute, I'm Anita.
Yeah, isn't it sentimental?
Sorry, every time you say that. I cannot stop singing Lizzo.
I know, right?
And here's another little tasty morsel. Eric Swalwell has been referred to the Department of Justice for a criminal probe for potential mortgage fraud. I love it.
His face, his face makes my.
I know. I know.
I can't look at it. Make it go away.
Well, I just wanted to point it out because I thought that was good news.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
The next face you're going to see ain't much better.
It isn't? Okay.
No, it's not. So that guy, that ridiculous Kennedy, Jack Kennedy.
Schlossberg?
Yes. He's running for Congress. And he is so mean about his own family, RFK Jr. He is basically calling him a caged animal of Trump's. It's disgusting what he says in this clip. Take a listen.
And President Trump, and it's not just my family's legacy, it's generations of Americans and New Yorkers who fought and sacrificed to build this country. And he is dismantling that legacy. He's so obsessed with the Kennedys and the Kennedy name and the Kennedy brand that he caged one and put it in his cabinet, a rabid dog in his cabinet, put a collar on my cousin RFK Jr. and has him there barking, spreading lies and spreading misinformation.
This kid's an idiot. Yeah. I just, if you watch the Angel Studios documentary of RFK, you'll see that he is so much like his father, like when it comes to just what he does and how he does things and his view of the world. I think that they're very similar. They really are. And JFK and RFK were very similar. Just this kid, nothing like them.
I mean, he's an embarrassment to the name,
right?
Honestly, he's trying to rip Trump for being obsessed with the Kennedys.
Right.
Give me a freaking break.
I honestly think that most of the people in his family, I think RFK breaking away from his family or his family shunning him, I think he's more like the generation before him than anybody in his family is.
Yeah.
Because they're just so, listen, the left has lost their minds. And I feel like the JFK and RFK from that generation before us, they were so moderate. They were almost, they were so much to the center and they were just so different than the Democrat Party of today. They're just loons. And so just to act like RFK is somehow off the rails, dude.
And a caged animal, please. He's the last person that's ever going to be forced to say anything he doesn't want to say. The last person.
Yeah.
But to your point, this is like an actual disease. TDS, it's official. So there was a psychotherapist recently, Jonathan Alpert, who says 75% of the patients he sees have a deep hatred for Trump and are hyper fixated on him to the point where they cannot sleep because they feel so traumatized. And he said that he had one patient who said she couldn't even enjoy a vacation because anytime she saw Trump in the news on her device, she was triggered. He calls it a profound pathology, and he would even go so far as to call it the defining pathology of our time.
I believe it.
Wow.
It is.
That's
it's complete
pathetic.
insanity. It is a condition. I mean, look at Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
She's complete. He is. I say he is. Yeah, he's broken people, but it's them. I mean, it's not his fault. He's not done anything. He's not done anything wrong. These people are weak and pathetic.
Yep.
And they have deep psychoses based on the fact that they are not normal adults who can function in the world.
You can see it in that we have so many examples. One of which is Senator Chris Murphy, who was asked by what's her name? You'll know her, but she's one of the Sunday talk show hosts, and she was asking, don't you think that Trump at least deserves just a tiny itsy bitsy teeny weeny amount of credit for fixing the border. I mean,
like, no.
at least can you admit that? Here is how he answers. I don't even understand the answer. Listen.
You know, border crossings are at a record low. Do you give the Trump administration some credit for that? And are you, when you look at those figures, do you think things are moving in the right direction, at least in that regard, Senator?
No, I don't give them credit for that because border crossings are low because they're violating the law every day.
I'm sorry. What? Border crossings are low because they're violating the law? What?
It's a complete lie. It's just a lie. That's him being completely mental. It's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This is an affliction that has impacted people on such a deep level that it is, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
And people who are in charge of shit, which is bad. It's bad,
it's real
you guys.
bad.
They're actually setting policy and running things. And it's terrifying. And then also you have the people in the media who are perpetuating it every single day and ramming it down people's throats and making them more and more susceptible to this affliction, which is TDS. It's a real thing. It is an alternate reality. It really is. It's crazy. They are crazy.
And I don't know what it is about the people who awaken to the fact that they have been so damaged by TDS. Yeah, but it's such a blessing when they do. And so an example of someone who did wake up is Batya Ungar-Sargon, who talks about what actually did the trick. Because she talks about being like completely anti-Trump until a specific moment. And here she is to tell you about that.
I used to be pretty woke. I had the TDS, the Trump derangement syndrome. I thought everybody who voted for Donald Trump was a racist. All that changed when I encountered a Yale study in 2018. The study found that there was a difference between how white liberals and white conservatives talk when they talk to black people. And when I saw the headline, I was jubilant. We got 'em. That's what I thought. Turns out the opposite was true. The study found that when white liberals talk to black people, they do something called presenting lower competence. They dumb down their vocabulary using fewer syllables than they do when they talk to white people.
Oh my God.
And white conservatives don't do this. I remember seeing the study and thinking with horror. And we liberals call conservatives racist? What could be more racist than the patronizing view that black people need to be protected from our big vocabularies? Yet it was this patronizing view that minorities are oppressed and in need of saving that I could suddenly see was at play in much of the progressive worldview. It caused me to think, well, if I'm wrong about conservatives being racist, what else might I be wrong about? A lot, it turns out.
I
Wow.
mean, good on her for saying, here's the moment. Here was my aha moment. You
and
know?
I didn't know that she was woke. I didn't know that she was a liberal. I had no idea.
I think she would actually still consider herself a classical liberal. But it was it was the wokeness that like woke her up, you know, and made her realize this is freaking crazy.
Like a Bill Maher is a classic liberal.
Exactly.
He would consider himself a classic. He's like, I'm not a crazy woke liberal. I'm a classic liberal. Yeah. But she's just smart. She gets it.
Yeah, she absolutely does.
Right.
Somebody who does not get it is Michelle Obama. So Michelle Obama is doing like a complain tour, apparently. So she's just like on the road complaining about things. And I guess there is some truth to the notion that she had considered running for president maybe at some point, but she believes that because Hillary Clinton and now Kamala Harris lost their presidential bids, that the United States isn't ready for a woman. It like doesn't occur to her that we just didn't want those women.
Right.
She believes that our rejection of them means we're not ready for women at all. And so she's here to tell everybody we have to grow up before she considers a run.
Do you think that impacts the room that we've made for a woman to be president?
Well, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it.
Wow.
That is such a just a juvenile way of looking at things. I don't know, maybe that's not the right word. It's like, it's just not a grown-up way of looking at things. We didn't want them.
Right.
You know, and it goes back to Batya's point, where conservatives don't look at it that way. We're trying to find the right person. Those two chicks were not the right people. They were terrible candidates.
Horrible.
All the way around. Terrible. And if we're the right person, we don't care. We don't care what kind of parts they have. We just want the right person. And that's what it's all about. And these people see everything through the lens of identity politics. You can tell they do. It's just so ridiculous. We get so tired of that shit. It's like, we don't care. We just want the right person for the job. They just don't understand that at all. And I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for her.
These are people that don't even know what a woman is. Okay. So here's a perfect example. Massachusetts Governor Maura is now being ripped apart because she has appointed a male, Giselle Byrd, to the Commission on the Status of Women. And so this is a problem for Democrats. It's this woke nonsense where they cannot even decide what women are. So Michelle doesn't get to talk to us about we're not ready for a woman. You guys don't even know what that means.
Wait, hold on. I don't know which one is the male. Is that wrong? I honestly can't tell. Which one? Show me.
Fair point.
I don't know. I can't tell. You guys are going to have to point that out to me. I really don't know. Who is it?
The governor is photographed on the right.
Okay, thanks. I honestly couldn't tell in this particular case. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
I want to make sure we're being informative to our audience.
And accurate. We got to be accurate
so
here.
The transgender is on the left. Is that what you're telling me? The dude is on the left? Is that
correct?
Right? Okay.
That's correct.
Right.
But that dude is now on the Commission of the Status of Women.
Right. I mean, well, this is liberals for you.
I just can't. I just can't.
Right.
But Michelle also, she is so arrogant and so self-involved that she believes that all of us are demanding of her and all other Black women that they wear their hair straight, as if we give a shit.
Nobody
how
cares.
They wear their hair.
Nobody cares.
She's insisting that it's because of us that they have this hair issue. Here she is to explain this nonsense.
Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people.
Or maybe
our hair
don't.
Comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time. Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't.
I promise I'm not going to touch your hair. I promise. I can tell you right now, one of my daughter's best friends is Black. She's a swimmer with her. I mean, they swim. I don't know. Newsflash, Black people swim.
And if it is true that a lot of Black people don't because they think that white people give a shit how they do their hair.
We don't care.
Oh my God.
Listen, some white people have curly hair too. Mine's naturally wavy. I hate it, you know, but it is what it is. You know, you just, nobody cares. And you know,
that was unbelievable.
Black people's hair when it's curly, I think it's beautiful.
I know. Honestly, I love it natural.
Not
that I am telling them what to do.
And I'm not going to touch it. I promise.
Oh God.
But it's beautiful. So who cares? Nobody cares. She is so narcissistic and needs to shut up with the complaining. And honestly, if she's so uncomfortable with it, she just told us last week, or we saw in another clip last week, that she has full-time staff to do her hair and her makeup and give her clothes that fit her. So I don't know why.
I mean, because who's an off-the-rack woman? I don't know an off-the-rack woman.
Nobody is. I ask you.
Oh my God, what an insufferable hag.
God, she's a beast.
You guys, again, with Christmas coming and cooking coming, you know what you need is delicious olive oil from Fresh Pressed Olive Oil. Do not get the store-bought junk. Yeah, it would be
a really great gift. Instead of bringing wine to somebody, you can bring olive oil. I would actually enjoy that more than wine. I mean, on some occasions, I really do like the wine. But I also, fresh pressed olive oil will be a really great gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving, right? Because wine, you drink that in like 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's the fresher, the better. Those are the words you remember. And when you get the fresh pressed olive oil, it's so much better than like, you guys, once you have it, you're never going to want to go back to the store-bought stuff. And this is the stuff that is like the brainchild of TJ Robinson, who is the olive oil hunter. He has a club, an olive oil club. And as a special introduction to his club, he will send our audience members a retail size $39 bottle of one of his unbelievable bottles of olive oil, and they're fresh and they're yummy, and literally you want to drink the stuff. It's so good. All you got to do is just send $1 to help them cover shipping, and then once you get it, you're going to be like, oh my god, I want this forever and ever. Amen. We love this stuff. And it has a lot of health benefits. Like it lowers the risk of heart disease, cholesterol, the bad stuff. It helps prevent type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer. It's the whole, like, I guess the center of the Mediterranean diet, which is one of the best diets ever. So, and it's low carb, it's really great for the keto people out there. So go to chicksloveoliveoil.com, get a full size $39 bottle of fresh pressed olive oil for just $1 shipping, no commitment. Try it. You're going to love it. chicksloveoliveoil.com. Do it.
Do it. All right, we got to talk about Possum Lady. And of course, we do have the reminder of why she is called Possum Lady. And it is because of this picture that I cannot get my cursor on right. What the heck? There it is. There it is.
Possum Lady.
So naturally, because their show is gross, they have on gross guests. And one of those guests was Rick Wilson, who is trying to suggest that all of the concern about Biden having dementia and not actually being able to run a country was completely misplaced, because look, all he had was just one bad debate. And now Trump is clearly in the throes of dementia. Can't you see that? That's what he's trying to suggest. I don't know how people can even begin to say that Trump has any kind of slowing down, any kind of mind acuity problem compared to Biden. That is just the most ridiculous notion ever. But here he is saying exactly that.
Joe Biden had a bad debate night and the world exploded. Okay. That was all that was going to be talked about. There were people who wrote books about it. Hello, Jake. All this other bullshit. And Donald Trump's physical and mental collapse is right in our faces every damn day. He cannot string 20 words together without some wild ass misstatement of fact. I would say that kindly. When he's not lying, his senility and his dementia is so obvious that he does not understand where he is or what he's doing. This is a president who is physically and mentally collapsing in front of America, and he's in charge of 7,000 nuclear weapons.
What? How can they say this? How?
Well,
how can they say it?
Isn't he one of the founders of the Lincoln Project?
Mm-hmm.
That's how he can say it. This is who these people are.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like the most gaslighting ever, right?
Yeah. So much stuff pumped into the faces. I feel like that stuff eventually makes it to the brain. Am I wrong?
It must.
It happened to Nancy Pelosi. It's happening to these bitches. Don't you think? It's just getting straight to the brain. That's
and now the Possum Lady, who of course is the one that talks, not the other. Remember how she went after Riley Gaines and there was that whole thing?
Yes.
And Riley was like so nice about her response, basically just saying, I will pray for you because you're psychotic.
Because
she
you're
cannot
crazy.
deal, you guys. And so now she's ripping on Riley's Christianity.
Of course.
It's true. She really is. Take a look.
Oh, here's another one. When you were on your lesbian trip to Maine, Riley Gaines. Remember when we popped off on Riley Gaines? Yes. So then she responds that she's, quote, praying for us. And here's the thing with Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines, you are a walking, talking, breathing embodiment of exactly why someone should not be a Christian. She doesn't give a shit about kids losing SNAP benefits. She doesn't give a shit about the overt racism. She's never thought deep enough to think, could my kid be gay? And if my kid was gay, am I a big enough girl to put on my big girl panties to love my child through this? And it's just this knee-jerk faux Christianity that is this, centimeter deep only. And when I see the Riley Gaines of the world, and it's always looped into like her biblical worldview and all of this shit.
Biblical worldview.
I think you are a walking, talking advertisement on why not to be a Christian.
Yes.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that was
excellent
really
commentary there.
Yeah, great ad there, glasses lady. Biblical worldview. I got a law degree. Oh God, it really.
How do you say mean things about Riley Gaines? I don't get it. Well, I really don't.
Because you're a demon. That's how you're a demon. I mean, they sure are putting it out there, right? It's like, let's go after Christianity. That's gonna work. Good job going after Christianity, Possum Lady. Just keep doing that. This is their MO. I just don't see how that's gonna end well. I mean, you can go after, she's going after people, but she has been doing that a lot lately where she's going after religion and religious people. Okay. I mean, we'll see how well that.
She does it with Caroline Leavitt too, who she assigns terrible names to, and they find themselves so amusing. Here they are talking about Caroline.
We're getting into double-digit IQ people here. For example, your example of Caroline, KKK, I wear my crucifix, cross, Leavitt.
Okay.
She doesn't have the intelligence or the emotional intelligence or the critical thinking skills to deduce. I'm part of a movement that likes to say, what would Jesus do? While at the same time, I lie nonstop 24/7, 365 to protect a group of pedophiles and pedophile protectors, which I don't think Jesus would want me to do. And so you have just a lot of dipshits, and listener on our other podcast, we decided dipshit didn't go far enough. So we're going to replace the word dipshit with the word fucktwats. Because dipshit it wasn't enough. No. And Caroline Leavitt is what, Pumps? She's a fucktwat.
Okay, so do Muslims next. I double dog dare you, lady. Do that next. And also make fun of Muhammad. Do that next too. Double dog dare you. Also, I'd like to know, does Glasses Lady make 50% of what they make? Because I feel like it should be like maybe 5, because she's not doing a crap on that.
Say much except nod and
yikes.
That's it.
There's
repeat
just
things.
A whole lot of repeating there. It's just all she's doing. She's not really contributing much. Y'all may want to work that out in your contract.
But they're truly just evil. Those two women are just evil, and it's sad to see them rise in terms of their influence.
Well, it shows you what the Democrat Party is all about. That's liberalism. That's what it is. That's what they want to do. Misery,
terrible faces.
And yeah, it's jacked up faces and making fun of, listen, somebody said it in here. I think it was Nani. She said, first they come for the Jews, then they come for the Christians. And that's exactly what this podcast is doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're making fun of Christians. How's that okay?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Speaking of podcasts and influence, there is going to be a very disgusting collaboration coming at you soon. For those people who follow Candace Owens, which I will never understand, but I know a lot of people do, she is having Myron Gaines on her podcast. And he is one of the most disgusting, anti-Semitic, misogynistic, horrible people on the planet. So it makes sense that Candace Owens would be hosting him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jamie Mitchell pointing out his real name, she said, do you know that Amru Foodle or Foodie, I don't even know what his real name is, came up with the name Myron Gaines because it's a play on the phrase Myron Gaines, as in admiring other men's muscles. She said the entire Islamo-Groiper movement is just a gay LARP. which I love.
Yeah, it's true.
So good.
Yeah, so it's
and
like
just to give you a little flavor of Myron Gaines's attitude, this is a tweet from him. Yeah, we like Hitler. No one gives an F what you woke Jews think anymore. Bro was a revolutionary leader and saved Germany. The Jews declared war on Germany first.
Okay, well, there you go.
They're going to get along great.
And everybody's like, #1 podcast. This is, okay, well, there you go. That's what you get there. Crazy times. What a time to be alive, right?
It is indeed. Now, there is some, I guess, discontent in terms of Tucker and his sponsors. There was this report from The Independent saying that Tucker Carlson started losing sponsors after his fawning interview with Nick Fuentes. So 2 days after a news site called out Rocket Money for financing white supremacy, the financial services app suddenly removed all mentions of its advertising relationship with Tucker. So maybe we'll see more of that. I'm not sure, but I thought that was of interest.
I mean, it would be nice. I don't understand. You and I have been doing this a really long time, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll keep saying it. It's like, I don't understand this trend. I just will never understand it. And I'm going to fight it until I can't fight it any longer, because I think it's gross. It's all gross.
It's vile. It's absolutely vile.
Yeah.
You know, it's so interesting too. There's a lot of old clips of Tucker going around when he was this one in particular where he is talking about Pat Buchanan being anti-Semitic. It's like it's like he is talking about himself. It's wild to see. Just watch.
America's relationship with Israel. Israel has a lobby. It's perfectly fair, as far as I'm concerned, to beat up on Israel's lobby. But I don't think that's the reason that Buchanan is being labeled an anti-Semite. It's this kind of, as I've said, this relentless bringing up topics related to Judaism. I mean, famously, Pat, always beats up on Goldman Sachs, but never Morgan Stanley. I mean, it's really hard to. There is no point at which Pat Buchanan has held a press conference and said, I really don't like the Jews. I think they're a sinister force in America. But I think, and it took me years to come to this position. I mean, I'm not throwing the term anti-Semite around. But you reach a point when you say, well, gee, here's a guy who has gone out of his way to defend Demjanjuk and other accused Nazi war criminals, who's constantly attacked Israel, who's attacked American Jews for supporting Israel unduly, who's implied that American Jews push America into wars in which non-Jews die. There really is, and again, I'm not hysterical on this subject, but I do believe that there is a pattern with Pat Buchanan of needling the Jews. Is that anti-Semitic? Yeah. I mean, after a while, you conclude it is, in some sense, anti-Semitic. I mean, Pat Buchanan obviously has a lot of personal and affectionate relationships with people who are Jewish. So on a personal level, perhaps he's not. But on a different, maybe thematic level, I think he probably is.
That's wild.
Yeah. Bring back the bow tie, right?
Right? He was so much more likable then.
Right. Good days with the bow tie.
And, we played, I guess it was last week when we played that montage of him going, everybody just needs to stop talking about Israel, followed by 7,000 instances of him saying Israel. And that's the thing, is that the guests that he is choosing for his program all have an anti-Israel sort of theme to them. And he was called out because Daryl Cooper was one of those people. This is a self-proclaimed historian. And this guy, I'm not sure who it is that's interviewing Tucker, but you can tell that he makes Tucker a little bit uncomfortable in this clip.
Don't really know that episode, which I thought was really interesting, and I really like Daryl Cooper enormously as a person. I think he's an honest person. I don't know if he's right about everything, but he seems motivated by a desire to find out what's true. I'm not exactly sure what Daryl Cooper said to cause this world historic event.
He said that Churchill was the chief villain of the Second World War.
No, okay. I don't look. I'm not. I'll tell you what I think.
Well, okay, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, my God, it's baffling, y'all.
It's perfect.
I don't know it's just crazy what we're seeing. in this day
It is
and age.
crazy. I mean, remember when, was it Ariana Grande who was performing in Paris when there was that horrible, like Islamic terror attack where they killed 130 people? Now at that same freaking venue, there were a bunch of white liberals chanting Free Palestine. It's like, and that was not that long ago. This was in 2015 that attack happened.
I remember it like it was yesterday. You know? You and I were on the air at WIBC in Indianapolis. I remember talking about it. Like it was yesterday. It was terrifying, horrifying, and awful. It's weird. This is all so freaking, it is insane. She Who Laughs. It's all insane. What we're seeing.
Is crazy.
And then, we talk about it, and then people will say $7,000.
Right.
What? What's even going on? What the hell? It's like I'm living in an alternate universe. Like all
and we need to remember who the actual enemy is here. And of course, it's Islamism. And there is a woman, I wish I knew her name. I don't. I saw this floating around on Twitter. But it's a woman who grew up as a Muslim and then now no longer is, to the horror of her own family. And the way that she talks about the vengeance of your own family members when you leave that scary ass religion. You guys, I mean, this is the enemy, okay? It's Islamism.
When my mom threatened to kill me, it wasn't because I'd left Islam. It was because I took off my hijab. I was still identifying as a Muslim in those days. I just didn't want to wear this anymore. It'd been put on me at 9 years old. I hated it since it was put on me. And I'm an adult now and I want to take it off. And for that reason, I'm not her daughter anymore. Shouldn't go to her funeral. I'm just a whore. She was going to have me killed because she needed to make sure that I was killed before I moved on to the next step, which she saw was going to be leaving Islam. And at that time in my life, I was like, what? What do you mean? Of course I'm not going to leave Islam. But she's like, I need to make sure you're killed before you leave Islam because then I'm going to have an infidel daughter and I'm the one who's going to be punished in eternity for that. So I need to make sure that you're killed before that happens.
You explain the difference between the hijab and the niqab, as well as their role in Islam, as well as your personal experience with them.
So hijab just means covering. Nowhere anywhere in the Quran or a hadith does it explain what a hijab needs to look like. The mainstream understanding of hijab is that it needs to cover everything except for your face and hands. Some scholars said that. This isn't doctrine. This isn't hadith. This isn't Quran. But this is the mainstream understanding. And then there are other scholars who say, no, even face and hands need to be covered. So I, for example, had to wear black gloves and cover my face completely. I couldn't even have the slit. I just had a thinner piece of cloth over my eye. So complete, like, dementor, basically. That's what I look like. So it really just depends on how religious you want to be about it. But make no mistake, whether it's hijab or niqab, both of them are misogynist. Both of them are, to a degree, obviously there's a very big difference between wearing hijab and wearing niqab, but both of them stem from that same place of victim blaming. You need to cover yourself lest these men around you get aroused and end up raping you, and it's because you were showing skin. And so you'll see even little girls being put in hijab, like toddlers. They got a diaper and a hijab on. So I guess the men are telling on themselves, saying, oh, we need this little girl to cover herself up. That's where it stems from. So the misogyny of it, the victim blaming, the supporting of rape culture, essentially, with around the hijab is evil. It's absolutely evil.
It's weird. You didn't hear
anything to do with any of that.
You didn't hear Possum Lady talking about that, did you? It's weird.
No, she's attacking Riley Gaines' Christianity.
Right.
Okay.
She didn't talk anything about that. And may I remind everybody that there are 2 billion Muslims in the world. There are 15 million Jews. That's it. 15 million. But when all these people,
but they control everything.
They're running everything. There are 2 billion Muslims, and they're coming here and they're reproducing and they're doing it on purpose, with purpose. Just saying, they're coming here to a city near you. All of that.
That's why if you are a Christian Zionist, wear that badge proudly. This person does.
Yeah.
This is Palmer Luckey. He is not a Jew, but he calls himself a radical Zionist because he believes that Jewish people have a right to their own state. Just an itsy bitsy teeny weeny piece of land that belongs to them in the midst of a world full of hatred. Here he is talking about that in an interview. He's great.
They all just had this lockstep narrative. Palmer Luckey is a racist, misogynist, which is so funny. I'm actually a radical Zionist.
What is a radical Zionist?
I strongly believe in the right of Israel to exist as a Jewish state. People are like, that's so problematic though. It's so ethno-state adjacent. I say, I don't care. After what happened to them in World War II, they deserve a place where they can do their own thing and protect their own people without getting wrecked by everybody else who hates them. And you know what? Maybe someday everyone who hates Jews are going to be gone. We are not living in that world today. And people, it's a slippery slope though. If they can have it, why can't the KKK have their own state? I say, that's not going to happen. It's absurd for us to even have this discussion. It is very reasonable for the Jews to have a place that is theirs. And they say, oh, but what about the Palestinians? You know what? That's a separate political issue. Like the existence of a Jewish state, which is what Zionism is, the belief that they have the right to a Jewish state, the existence of a Jewish state, is separate from the issue of what do you do with refugees from some physical area.
Are you Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish. I just believe in the existence of a Jewish state.
Yeah.
And I love this cartoon because so many people, you know, up in our comments are just like, you're on the losing side of this. You're going to fade into obscurity.
Okay.
This is what I think about that argument. I don't care.
I don't
care
care.
how many people around me are screaming at me that I'm wrong. I know I'm not.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. This is biblical, man. I don't care. And I just can't believe that more people cannot see what is happening.
I know. Happily, this was amazing. Van Jones, who of course is one of Scott Jennings' best friends. He was on Scott Jennings' radio show, and I loved his clarity so much about the Jewish people and what he says here about them and about Israel as a state. Take a listen to Van Jones.
There are 1.3 billion Chinese people in the world. God bless them. There are 1.4 billion Indians in the world. God bless them. There are 1.3 billion Africans in the world. God bless us. There are 1.4 billion Catholics. I'm a Protestant. 1.4 billion Catholics in the world. There are 2 billion Muslims.
Yes.
There's only 15 million Jews left in the whole world. Only 15 million left. Their numbers would have been massively bigger if it weren't for the Holocaust and the centuries of violence against them before. And you have 15 million left, and half of them live in Israel. Half of them, by the way, if you want to play the color game, are people of color who are Jews that got chased out of Yemen, Mizrahi and Sephardic Jews. They got chased out of Yemen. They got chased out of Egypt. They got chased out of Ethiopia. And they share their country with 20% Arabs who have mosques and rights inside of Israel.
Yeah.
But it is the tiniest little place in the world, smaller than, the people say it's smaller than New Jersey. It is smaller than Phoenix County in Arizona. And that's where half of the world, the remaining Jews in the world, are clinging to their existence. And when that group comes under attack, humanity has a special responsibility to defend them. Now, sometimes you're going to like their government, sometimes you're not, sometimes you're going to like their political policies, their economic policies, their military policies. That is completely fine to debate. But the idea that the West should abandon them to their fate we already ran a 3,000-year experiment where Jews did not have a state, and it ended with Hitler's hell and Hitler's ovens. We are not going to run that experiment again. We don't have to do it again. We already did it. And anybody who can't understand the basic logic of that needs to explain why they can't do basic math about who in the world is the most microscopic minority that deserves the support of humanity.
This is God for that clarity.
Right? I mean, and some of us have it, and some of us don't.
A lot of us don't, and it's scary how that number is growing.
Terrifying. And then you take a lot of the clips that we've seen, and we could show. My God, we could take 2 hours and show them of all the clips of Muslims out there who are like, "This is what we want to do."
Yeah,
it's very clear what they want to do.
What did they say? Islam is coming into every home, whether voluntarily or involuntarily.
It's the long game. They're playing it. And if you don't think that that's the case, you're an idiot.
All right, we need to get to some fun things. And the only small dog that I said I'd ever want is a dachshund. And the long-haired dachshunds are so cute.
They are so cute. Dachshunds in general are so cute. Yeah.
So precious. But I just don't want to ever get a puppy because of the whole potty training and training thing. And this one
not
is
that
having a little bit of trouble.
It's
not going like it should. Take a look.
Oh no. He's like, that's the one place.
That's the one place you weren't supposed to go, sweetheart.
Look at his sweet little coat. He's so pretty.
No, he's so precious.
So pretty. I'd forgive
So
him.
precious.
He's just, it's small poop. I have Great Dane poop, so it's fine, honey. It's fine.
Naked cats fighting is the most hilarious thing ever. So now I'm feeling like you do probably need naked cats. You need more than one because you need these epic battles in your house.
Oh my God, I totally need them. Oh shit. I love it. I totally love it. I love
They're
them.
so mean.
Oh my God. I would live for this. I would do like sports commentary. I'd love this. I'd start a whole new site. I love it. Oh.
Why are they so mean?
The final slap. Well, because they're hairless.
And they're cold.
Uh-huh.
They're probably just really cold.
Raw chickens fighting over the sunspot. They're so violent. I love them. It's Fight Club every day. You know, my daughter-in-law told me, because I was like, I want one of those naked cats. She's like, they get oily.
Ew.
That's what she told me.
That's even grosser than them just being naked skin cats. That's so
like,
gross.
When she told me that, I was like, okay, I took a beat. And then I was like, I don't know if I want oily naked cats. I don't know if I can handle that.
Why? Why did they get oily?
They don't have the hair to soak in the oiliness of their bodies.
Oh my God. So they just like leave spots everywhere. This is disgusting.
I think so.
This is so gross.
I think that they do. There's oiliness.
Okay, now I'm changing my mind again. I thought I wanted you to have them and now I don't.
Slightly grossed out by that. So
That is vile.
Mm-hmm.
You should not ever wear a scary mask around your cats because they will make sounds that sound like they are They're demons. They're literal demons. Listen to these terrifying kitty cats.
Yeah, you don't do that. Those are otherworldly sounds. What is that?
Those are demon cats.
They are. Have you ever heard that in real life?
My cat made a similar sound when really, really scared and like feeling like they need to show that they're capable of handling whatever is scaring them, but it's rare. It's rare.
Shelley Bolton said they're saying no, no, no. What they're saying. That's awesome.
And then lastly, we've got a yawning greyhound. So yawny, so yawn screamy. I love these kinds of yawns. They're my favorite. Look how big that mouth gets.
It's a yawn. That is a sweet little yawn.
I love that he has freckles in his mouth. You know?
Yes. So cute.
So Maisie used to do that before breakfast every single day in Indy. She would do the scream yawn, and she just stopped when we got here. She doesn't do it anymore. Yeah,
That's
I don't know why.
Weird. That's so weird. My granddaddy told me once that if a dog has freckles on the roof of his mouth or a dark roof of their mouth, that means they're smart. I have no idea if that's true. That's just you know how granddaddies tell you things, and you're like,
they tell you some tall tales.
Yeah, you think it's true because they're telling you that, but I just took it as fact. So I'm assuming that dog is really smart, and he makes sounds when he yawns. Yeah.
Question, because I
Yes.
saw that there is an interesting new directive at Target where Target employees, because their sales are down, and so now they're very, very interested in trying out new ways to attract customers.
Okay.
They now have a rule for their, what do you call them? Are they associates at Target? I think they're
I think
associates.
so. Yeah.
So if there is a customer who becomes within 10 feet of you, you have to greet them in some way or like make eye contact with them and smile.
Wow.
When they get within 4 feet, so this is the 10-4 rule. When they get within 4 feet of you, you have to engage. You have to be like, can I help you find something? Can I do this or that? There is nothing I hate more than people who want to talk to me when I'm shopping.
Right.
And that includes the store. I don't want, like, if I'm looking for clothes, I don't want anybody
I don't
in my
need help.
business.
I'm the
I don't
same
need help
way.
until I ask for it.
That's so funny you say that because I'm the same exact way.
don't want it.
Maybe we're an anomaly and people really love that because I don't like that.
I don't
need
like
your
it
help
at all.
I don't need your help.
And then
but
the
thank you.
ones that are just like, they're literally looking at, oh my God, that would look so cute on you.
I
Or
don't
what
need
size
that.
do you need? I will tell you when I need
Yeah.
help.
No, the
Don't
worst,
come up to me.
The worst is when you have like 3 things and then they bring you 5 more things. I think these things would look also really great on you. And it's like, I hate everything that you picked out for me. You don't know me
You
at
know
all,
who's
Brenda.
famous for that is White House Black Market. They used to just fill your dressing room full of stuff that you couldn't
need
even
it.
find the stuff that you actually wanted to try on.
Right. I don't want any of these things, Brenda. Okay. You don't know me. We're not friends.
Anyway, this makes me turn off from Target even harder. I was just
Okay.
curious
Well,
what you guys thought
everybody
about
just
that.
be warned that you're going to be like emotionally assaulted at Target.
Yeah. Like just don't get within 4 feet of any of the workers there, because otherwise
just-
they're obligated to harass you essentially.
Just shop at Walmart or Family Dollar.
Yeah. You can definitely be
Pro tip.
assured that no one's going to help you there.
Pro tip. Right. Mhm.
All right, we've got some thank yous, a lot from so long ago. And so apologies that we didn't get to any of these on Thursday. We just were not in work mode on Thursday, as you probably saw. So some of these are old. First from Donna, our friend Donna Birch. She said, hi, chicks, going in for hip surgery this morning. I think this may have been Wednesday.
My
I
gosh.
know. Prayers from this awesome group are appreciated. Maybe when I wake up, the shutdown will just be a nightmarish memory. I've got my cozy earth blanket and PJs at the ready. Love you all. I love that.
I
so
hope it went well. I hope it did. Everybody pray for Donna.
Melissa Denton said to fund Friday snacks and day drinking bevs while binging shows wrapped in bubble blankets, couch surfing together all day long.
That's what we
Love
did.
you, lassies. I know, it was
what
so
we
great.
did. Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh my God, best Friday of all
It really
time.
was. It's fantastic.
Shelly Bolton said missed Dad Joke Wednesday yesterday, so today's a twofer. How does a moon rock taste different from an earth rock? It's a little meatier. Get it?
I do. I get it. That was really
Other
good.
joke on separate Venmo, which she sent saying 2 out of 2, because y'all know I got stuff to say. Okay, so why don't people send their Dad Joke Wednesday jokes via paper mail? They'd be even more terrible.
I get it. I do. I get
Take
it.
my money before I do something terrible with it. LOL. And then Nancy Katz said, loved the Jeff Scott Jennings interview. Love you too. Hope you had the best time on Friday.
Yeah,
which
if
we
you haven't seen it,
absolutely did.
if you haven't seen the interview, you guys need to check it out. It was really good. We had so much fun with him.
So good. Now you.
Marcy Peralez. Good morning, Mock and Daisy. I hope you had an amazing Friday together and an awesome weekend. Have a wonderful day. Much love from Mississippi. Thank you, Marcy. We did. We had so much fun.
So great.
Robin Dye. Saturday was our 40th Ruby wedding anniversary. I got a Cuisinart coffee maker, not a Ruby. What the heck? Take my Rubies check. Actually, the coffee maker to me would be better than Ruby's.
I mean, that's a fancy one too.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Deb Anderson, happy birthday to my awesome hubby today. He started watching about a year ago and is now hooked on you chicks too. Happy birthday, baby. Schmiley. See how much I love you. That's so cute. I love
happy
that,
birthday.
Deb. Connie, everyone play your finger violin for MTG. Missed you both on Friday. Welcome back. Yeah, we all feel sorry for her for getting the free pizza. It's terrible. Brian Brumley, maybe Big Mike is suffering from an enlarged prostate. She needs some flow mats. I mean, it could be. Could be. Arnerm, Lord, please grant me patience, because if I don't get patience, I'll have to pray for bail money. Senator John Kennedy. Yeah.
He's so great.
It's true. BTK, godless Dems are communists. Let's call them that. They are.
100%.
They are godless and communists. And at this point, it's like we're fighting demons at this point. It is spiritual at this point, you guys. All right, we're bringing it in. I love it. It's the first bringing in of the week. And you know what? We're here all week long. Both of us, you guys.
All week long.
So excited. So excited about that. You guys have a wonderful Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.
Dang it, I forgot I had a